the point of it is that even if your item surpasses the period, it can still be challenged. And if it doesn't have any collateral backing it, then it's not considered included. So why is this useful? Let me put an example. So let's say that you have like a list of Telegram accounts that are whitelisted, and in the previous create, you will put your account. Don't misbehave during the optimistic period, and then after it finishes the period, you can go and scam people and spam everyone, do whatever the hell you want, because like there is no collateral backing it. Challengers are not incentivized to filter the item out, right? There are way more edge cases and stuff to explain, but that's the problem it's solving. I haven't worked in a pitch yet. I should really try to sell it better, but it's pretty cool. Like applications are boundless.
I can try to help. I believe that you can say that stake rate is a list that is incentivized to be created at every point or something like that. Right? You have incentives to keep it curated, not just remove or add items or something. I don't know. We need to talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Are you planning to do a talk about it? Like it will be, it might even help with the development, maybe.
Yeah, you cool if you want to. So
Yeah,
this September 13. Well, I don't know if I can make it. Well, it's not supposed to be public, but I mean, I guess it's fine. No one's listening, so it's 13th of September in Berlin, DAFCON. I have a talk about state curate and content moderation, curation, and in particular how to kill the noise, right? Because how do you fix the noise problem in information systems? And state curate is like it's supposed to be the solution to that, right? Yeah, we could work on it, whatever, if you want.
I believe it's pretty funny that it's very ambitious, but you talk about it like very informally at the same time. But but I'm very positive that like it can help a lot of, I don't know, thinking about proof of humanity. Right now, you have no incentive to remove people from the registry, right? The only incentive that you have is that you altruistically might work to like and risk funds to make the registry better, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not good
It's
enough.
altruistic, so that's not a safe security assumption. Yeah.
So about that. Sorry, before we move into proof of humanity strictly, uh, can you tell us a little bit about your your previous EIP proposal, and also your talk about gas optimization, and how did you get Vitalik to give you feedback on it?
Okay. So I got two EIPs. I got more planned, but I just don't have enough time to support them all. So the first EIP I made it right after I had like a conversation with Vitalik. I just stumbled upon him randomly, and we started talking. And it was pretty cool. It was a great experience. And then instantly, I felt moved, maybe from the adrenaline, to just go and make an EAP, and then I just made an EIP that how to put it. So when you create state in the EVM with as a store, you had to pay 20K gas. So my proposal is probably not going to be it's not very popular with clients, right? But pretty much it. ways to pump up the gas and make it cost double as much. Because in essence, everyone is subsidizing the cost of storage creation. Anyway, I'm not gonna really go over it, but it's EAP 5022 if you want to look at it.
Yes. Not I just would like to have this highlight, and I think it's very funny that you make a comment and Vitalik appears in your in your thread and says, "Oh, did you take that into account?" or something like that, like out of nowhere. But it's I guess there are not a lot of gas optimizers out there. Like of course the number is growing every day, and that's like a common joke. But it's funny that probably you know already half of the people working on this just by giving a talk and going to a couple of conferences. It's still very early. So yes, regarding the curation of the list, like one of the proposals that you've created is, I don't know, HIP 55 or 55, I believe, about strong SIBO resistance, strong and explicit SIBO resistance, right? And
Right. Yeah, and I would say that given the title of this Twitter space, that's probably the highlight of the whole thing, right?
yes, that was the idea. I'm now noticing that we already talked for half an hour. So let's get into that. So why do you think that proposal is necessary? Like how do you envision proof of humanity like in the ecosystem? Why do you think that's important?
So in the current state of proof of humanity, the only real use you can make out of the registry in its current state, realistically, is just UBI. Like, oh, what else are you gonna do with this registry? There are farmers around. There's people that have like they onboard their whole families and they control they have all their family member keys. Um, that's civil. Like that's just civils. So the point of the HIP was to hey let's just be explicit about this. Like this can't be allowed in a strong, safe registry that prioritizes security, and um, it's just not acceptable. Like for example, you could not use the registry in its current state for airdrops because like if you want to in theory give one portion of the airdrop to every human, yeah, you're gonna be giving 20 shares of the airdrop to someone because they onboarded their whole family or something, right? So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
And anyway, in the debate with Valen, I briefly talk about this idea of hey, how about we just split the registry, like fork quote, like a soft fork, I guess, of proof of humanity. Let's just
use the natural sources that we have from the sun. Drying your clothes outside is way better and more sustainable. The best way to dry your clothes is by lining them outside and not using the washing dryer, because that's how you can save a lot.
We need to wash our clothes every time we wear them. Sometimes, especially for the outerwear, you can just air it out. Because every time you make a wash, you use a lot of energy on water. So to save the planet, you can sometimes air out your clothes. I don't think we need to wash our clothes every time we wear them.
roll it on the jumper and it works really well. That way I can keep my clothes much longer, especially my favorite jumpers. When I start to have peelings on my jumper, I wash them inside out, or I wash them by hand. And eventually, if it's still there, I use a fabric shaver and I just roll it on the jumper and it works really well. That way I can keep my clothes much longer, especially my favorite jumpers.
Is to wash it in a cool water. It saves your garments. It's more gentle this way, but also I think the best way to wash your clothes is to wash it in a cool water. It saves your garments. It's more gentle this way, but also it saves energy because your washing machine uses less energy with cool water, doesn't have to heat up the hot water. I think